It's Nerd 30. So come one, come all to the nerdiest show of them all. The Omega level nerds are ready to talk nerdy to you. Well, here we are, the Omega level nerds with you, D Square, J100, and Volsker. Hope everyone had a good week. I know I did. It was a week where they also released a major trailer, and so let's get into that. I guess I am assuming that you guys have seen it. Have I assumed incorrectly?
Merry fucking Christmas, y'all, for MCU.
Yes, indeed. So, first impressions for me, at least, is that this is. I don't want to say it's not serious, but it definitely has a lighter tone during Christmas, no less. So,
Like a
uh,
buddy cop movie, it looks like.
right, exactly. Looks exactly like a buddy cop getting, I guess, Lethal Weapon or no, Die Hard vibes too, with it being kind of Christmas themed. So, what did you think, Jay? Did you check it out? What did you think?
I mean, it looks like it's going to be another one of those interesting Marvel shows that, seemingly have their own way of going about things that, near the end is just going to come together and lead to more stuff that has to do with the movies. So uh, this break that we've had from Marvel Phase 4 type stuff starting to come together right before the movies
Hmm.
start showing here. The beginning part of next year. Uh, it seems all right. I don't want to say too much because I mean I don't know, but as far as giving some understanding and depth to the character of Hawkeye is going to be good. I like him as far as Jeremy Renner, but then I also like how when you really think about it, how important of a character Hawkeye was
Mm-hmm.
to the
Yep.
Avengers
Yeah.
team, even though he was just this kind of like rogue agent type of dude. So it's gonna be pretty cool.
And Volsker, what's your initial thoughts here?
So first, I'll say it's not what I was expecting. That's for sure. I wasn't expecting the lighter comedy buddy cop kind of vibe, but as the trailer progressed, it's really taking interesting dynamic. Um, Kate Bishop looks like potentially can be a really good, interesting character, and I know she had some pretty relevant and kind of privy points in the comics, and a lot of people have been wanting her to come over. I
Yeah.
know rumors was it was going to be his actual daughter versus a separate character, so they are going more comic book accurate where it's not his actual blood relative.
Which I always enjoy.
Um she's an awesome actress. I've seen her for other movies like the Pitch Perfect series. She was awesome in Bumblebee. So it'd be nice to see her take this more iconic superhero role and make it her own, which then to Jay's point, we're going to see a lot more of Hawkeye, which I think has been extremely underutilized in the MCU. I mean, for God's sakes, he wasn't even in Infinity Wars. Like, he was just
Yeah.
disappeared. Like, one of the biggest movies they had before Endgame, and he wasn't even there. Um, so I just like to see what they can build on because we can even go back to like the role he played in what was it, Age of Ultron with
Scarlet
pushing
Witch.
Scarlet Witch and rumors that, kind of mentoring her to get her up to par, and then now seeing him actually train potentially his successor. So
Yeah.
I want to see where this goes. And obviously, any comic book and Marvel fans know that this is truly opening the doors for another type of Avengers whenever we do get that next Avengers film.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I know we've talked a little bit about it and I've talked to it with the guys over at Superhero Speak too, that, now we've got Kate Bishop. We've already had from the Captain America, the Falcon and Winter Soldier series. They've introduced a lot of the Young Avengers already, whether they be in the background or sometimes just cameos. Kamala Khan's going to be in the mix here soon. So yeah, I definitely think that we're going to see this Kate Bishop Hawkeye, definitely become more important in the overall MCU. And I also like how they are using that Ronin era of Hawkeye as like, okay, this is where like shit's gonna go awry. Because like he was just crazy. My family's gone, so I'm Ronin. I'm killing all these underground crime syndicate people. And then poof, everyone comes back. He's trying to settle back into life. And then it seems like Kate Bishop, who has declared herself as like the world's best archer in the trailer, is going around under the Hawkeye moniker. And obviously these crime syndicates know, okay, Hawkeye equals Ronin. He did a bunch of bad shit to us. We've got half of our members back. So that's a really interesting and cool concept from the start, at least. So I do think I will enjoy the series. Big fan of the staying with the comic accurate. Always a big fan. No, it can't always happen, but a big fan of when it does happen. And I thought, obviously I want this series to be successful, as I do with any MCU movie or TV show, what have you. But I was just kind of thinking about how sad would it be if this series is a smash hit. Jeremy Renner and his character Hawkeye, flourishes more in the MCU, while we see ScarJo's Black Widow wither away because of this whole you did twice Endgame to her. Like in Endgame and then in real life it comes down to Jeremy Renner and ScarJo's got to get thrown off the damn cliff, but in real life. So. But yeah, I was happy to get that trailer. I know people have talked it up and down already. I know it came out pretty early last week, and as you may or may not know, for those that are not joining us on the stream, we do record this on Sunday. But I did definitely want to talk about it. I wanted to touch base here on the Omega Level Nerds because I really am interested, because I think they went a really cool angle with the whole Ronin thing. So it really does make sense how he's got like, fuck, I gotta like hover around this kid, because really bad people are going to come after her thinking it's me. Like, that's really, really cool. And I did like her in Bumblebee, although obviously that's not mainstream and pretty much sounds like they're ixnaying that whole universe anyway when it comes to Transformers. And that's a different discussion, but,
Yeah, don't get me started on that, because that was a reboot. Like, scratch everything.
Yeah. But long story short, there will not be opportunities, for that character in the future. So good to see her latch on to something, that obviously will be in our wheelhouse for quite some time.
Yeah, and honestly bigger. Like, don't get me wrong, Transformers is huge. Like, I mean, for God's sakes, look behind me. But being able to put your name on an MCU character at such a young age, you could be in this massive entity for years to come.
Yeah.
So I think bigger, better things, to be honest.
Absolutely. Do you guys think we will see any cameos from maybe the Young Avengers that we're talking about? I know we've not seen Hulkling. We've kind of seen Wiccan. Well, no, we've seen him. Just, I don't know, you expect any, like, more further gluing together the Young Avengers in this series, or do you think it will just be Kate Bishop and Clint Barton?
Well, I mean, Ironheart's coming out soon, right?
Yes.
So I mean,
Another Young Avenger, obviously. Yeah.
It seems like the next two major shows are going to bring up some big Young Avengers in the first place. So I mean, I don't know, seems pretty spot on to me.
Well, not even shows, though. Remember, the rumors are too that she's actually debuting in Black Panther too.
Mm-hmm.
before
Oh,
her
with the
show even
Riri? Yeah,
launches.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which I don't know.
I
I
do
thought it
think
was interesting that they would be introducing him to these shows, and then
Mhm.
boom, we got a Young Avengers movie, kind of a different formula than what they've done before, which is have all these single movies and then have an ensemble movie. We've got all these single TV shows, and then we could have an ensemble movie based off of if they would have basically made the Defenders Netflix series, a movie. They could do
Yeah.
Young Avengers type.
Right.
But I'm sorry,
Yeah.
you were going to say something there. What were you saying?
Oh no, I was gonna say my in regards to like cameos and thing, and this depending on how this goes. I know you weren't interested. Jay, I'm not sure if you ever went back and finished it. D, I know you haven't, but the Black Widow movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went back
Black
to
Widow's successor with those end credit scenes kind of allude that she might be a villain at first and then go into the mantra of Black Widow, which that right there could also end up being kind of a new way to bring her into the new Avengers under that
Yeah.
mantra, but a different actual actress, which we know ScarJo's done for good at this point.
terrible,
Yep.
terrible.
Yeah. At least when it comes to Disney.
And
But again,
Fox. I mean, her movies that were under
well,
Fox
yeah.
got all cut. Like,
Yeah, you're right. I know when you say just Disney, it's like, oh, there's really not just. They're pretty fucking big.
yeah.
You're so stupid. You piss off Disney. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
They rape you, but they put you in a movie. Don't be stupid. Anyway, yeah, it's what you get when large conglomerate corporations control everything. Okay. Well, nonetheless, though, this will be good. Bit ironic that the Hawkeye character seemingly having all this life and this Black Widow, at least we'll get a new one. But okay, yeah, Christmas, lighthearted theme here. I'm digging it because we have gotten a lot of serious, MCU shows. So I'm liking that they're evening it out here a little bit. Well, another Marvel series. I'm not sure where you guys are, but the What If. So are we all caught up?
I am
Okay.
not actually, but don't
You
worry.
are not.
I totally forgot it.
You son of a bitch. Like, not even. Okay, so you didn't even see the zombies one?
No, I am caught up through zombies. I didn't see this
Okay.
week's.
Okay. Well, let's. Honestly, to be honest with you, that's probably the more interesting of the two that we haven't talked about. Oh, well, I don't know. No, I can't say that because now that I'm thinking about it, the other one. Okay, so let's start there, though.
Like, I know what happens. It's the Killmonger Iron Man one, so.
Right, which was awesome, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I liked it a lot. But, so the zombies ones, you're a big Marvel Zombies guy, so obviously not the Marvel Zombies story that you know, but what did you think of the What If Marvel Zombies there?
I mean, for a 25-minute cartoon episode, I thought it was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
They continued their role into the dark kind of MCU version, like,
Oh,
which
big
is
time,
crazy.
yeah. Which I kind
I
of have a
liked it.
beef with, but we'll talk about it.
So dark. You sure you're not from DC?
Right.
I liked it. Was it different? Absolutely. For those that aren't familiar with the Marvel Zombies story, it actually basically was a different universe, and I forgot which character because it was a while, but traveled through a teleporter that Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards created, attacked the Fantastic Four, and then that's kind of like spread out.
The zombie
And they,
superheroes.
yeah, and I mean, it was cool, and I even got really enjoyed because they did a spinoff where they actually brought Ash into it, so it was Army of Darkness versus Marvel Zombies, which was fucking great. Nothing like just seeing Boomstick to Wolverine's face as he
Yeah.
it was great. But this, I like how they did this. It was really interesting. Um, the ensemble of characters that they ended up having still alive and the ones as they were getting picked off because yes, they were dying. Was really crazy. I was not expecting the science experiment kind of twist. Like that was dark as shit.
Yeah.
Where they were having like the heroes like basically being bunched on and then we're coming back to life and like, that was some sick shit. Um Paul Rudd floating head was fucking hilarious. Just
Right.
his Ant-Man.
Okay.
And that ending though was nuts. Like they basically just
Yeah.
all but said, "Huh, it was all for nothing. Death." It was
Yeah.
yeah.
You mentioned
Zombie
dark, so that it definitely had a dark ending. What about you, Jay? What were your thoughts on the
I
zombie
fucking hate
episode?
zombies, bro. That shit was annoying the whole goddamn time.
Yeah.
As soon as the first zombie came, I was like, ugh.
So you just don't like zombies like at
Like
all?
the concept of zombies to me
Well,
is
I
just
remember when we've talked about this. Yeah, you're
Yeah, he
not.
likes Batista and zombies, remember?
I mean that one was alright, but
But we don't know what the blue shit is.
yeah, I don't know what the blue shit is.
Here's
I
the
mean,
number one issue.
Army of Dead zombies make more sense than the Marvel zombies, even though the Marvel
Yeah.
zombies make a lot more sense, because it came through the
Portal.
The comic
portal from the
more
quantum
yeah.
universe or whatever. But so that part was like, okay, that makes sense because you don't know what the fuck you brought back from
Yeah.
quantum realm. But it is killed Tony immediately, so I was turned off.
I knew it.
Yeah, they've been treating your
I
boy
knew it.
pretty wrong in these
Just
episodes,
fucking
man.
him up, bro. And then not even using his voice actor too, or not even using Robert Downey Jr. It's just all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's I will say the number one complaint that I have with the zombies episode in the comics, they still know their powers and they still have most of their personality.
Right.
They just
Right.
have that fiend. This they made them stupid again. Like
I
the
mean,
traditional dumb zombies.
I mean, even with that, I don't even think it was the part that I didn't like was like, so you're zombies, but you know how to use technology, like, and your superpower. Stupid.
Yeah.
I don't like it. But I mean, as far as like a what if, how that universe would go or whatnot, that's cool. But yeah,
Think, "Eh."
Well, you mentioned dark, Volsker, and here was, I don't know if it's a problem, and I'm probably being too nitpicky here, but so that part, so where Vision is basically keeping zombie Wanda alive, or whatever you call it, undead, but around. So that was pretty dark. And so Vision being the type that's supposed to be so pure that he could pick up Jolner, I didn't think that was quite consistent. But it is a very dark Vision. So, and that was crazy to see how destructive she was.
yeah.
Because again, whether okay, they might not know their powers or whatever, but she was using it. She was using a bunch of powers and just, fucking a lot of shit up there. So,
I mean, it makes sense because you go back to like the Doctor Strange ones. Remember, they even mentioned he in Endgame, he's supposed to be the best out of all the sorcerers. And he even went through that dark phase in that what if. So I think it's
yeah.
just more to elaborate on other versions and see how if they weren't what the MCU made them, how would they be? And that right there, yeah, like an AI system who he went through the losing his love instead of her. Does his AI learn to show grudges and hold that against everybody else? Which that kind of piece is like we were talking, collecting all the superheroes and having their body parts munched on and brought back to life. Like it's weird shit.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely consistent. And so, okay, I know you haven't seen it, so I guess I'll try to remain pretty spoiler free, I guess. And I guess there's not a whole lot of point of discussion here, but the next episode was what if Killmonger had rescued Tony Stark and he never became Iron Man? And they go to that very first scene, or not very first scene, but that scene in the very first Iron Man.
Capture
Where,
scene.
where he's, he got captured by the terrorists, but instead of him being captured, Killmonger, when the trucks got blown up and all the soldiers started dying, Killmonger was there and defended them and got them out of there. So Tony never got put in a cave, so he never became Iron Man. and because Killmonger saved his life, he was like, okay, great, you're my right hand man. But Killmonger was still kind of Killmonger. Killmonger was still scheming pretty much like he was in the Black Panther movie. Right?
Oh, lying ass dude. Just lying about everything.
That is true. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, I don't know if anything really struck me. It was an interesting concept, as they all are. I like the mech, so I mean, he did talk Tony into making a lot of mechs. Let's see,
Was it
helped.
Michael B. Jordan doing the voice?
Yeah.
It was.
And
it was.
Chadwick.
Yes. So, thank you, Jay. Thank you. So
that wasn't his last episode.
Right.
Then.
Right.
Wow.
Yes. So that is crazy. I didn't like I thought Killmonger's suit did not look enough like the suit he wore in Black Panther, which of course
it was
less saying like, right? Yeah.
Oh, you mean his Killmonger?
Yeah.
Like, I think they like added more to it.
Yes, absolutely. There was a lot more to it. It was a lot less simple and didn't look like the Saiyan armor that it did in the movie. Yeah.
It still kind of did, though.
It did. I mean, you could tell, but it was just a little less obvious to me.
We know he loves him some Vegeta, so.
Yeah.
He made an anime reference in there too.
Yes, he did.
What was it? He was like, "Oh, you don't watch anime or something like that."
Right. Yeah. When Tony was asking about the robots. Yeah.
They look like Gundams. Tony was like, "All right, well, if you want these high-powered Gundams, here you go."
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And so yeah, I won't go any farther though, because there's definitely some more details, but it turns into your average, what if dark, everything's fucked now ending. So there you have it. Okay, cool. Well, that's pretty much our main topics here for tonight. So we will get into some Omega level news. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll be right back.
Lies a story of ultimate conquest, a story of war.
One does one. My name is Machete. I am a warrior of the land called Iblis. Please help me destroy the pistol so I can leave.
You may call me Blitz, but you may not use my sword, spells, or magic without asking. They're dangerous. If you call, I'll explain. Use my name. You can call. Otherwise, I may become irritable.
The people of Iblis are standing by to talk about Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, only on Game Boy Advance. Rated E for everyone.
Final Fantasy Advance.
All right, everybody, let's get into the Omega level news. And our top story tonight, big time shout out, congratulations to Rich Dueck, who's been on the show multiple times. He's done independent work like Road of Bones. He's been with Boom Studios doing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Of course, Wailing Blade. All sorts of cool stuff. Right. Absolutely. And then we all congratulated him when he landed his DC gig where he wrote Superman Red and Blue #4. Broke into the big two. Did a great job there. Well, now he has announced on his Twitter, again, mad respect for Rich Dueck. Here we go. Happy to announce his Marvel Comics debut with Wastelanders Star-Lord coming this December. So congratulations, Rich. And I'm sure I'll be able to talk you to coming in on the show and talking to us about it. We'll certainly be adding that to my pull list. For those of you not familiar with what this series is basically about, is Wastelanders is a return to the Old Man Logan world, which is super
Your
fucked.
favorite.
Yeah. I don't. It's okay. It's good. A lot of people like it a lot better than me. So there's going to be a series of comic books, all new spin-offs starring Black Widow, Wolverine, Hawkeye, Doctor Doom, and Star-Lord, coming out this December. And again, Rich Dueck is writing the Star-Lord spin-off. So for those of you that don't know about the Old Man Logan world, it is very desolate and bleak. Believe it or not, Mysterio, of all villains, tricks Wolverine into killing the X-Men. And so Wolverine, at some point, puts his claws back in and vows never to pop them again. Obviously, that vow gets broken. This world also, not only did Mysterio trick him into doing this, but basically all the villains got together and wiped out all the superheroes. Red Skull's running around in Captain America's mask. Hulk is the maestro. There's this big villainous, with an inbred Hulk family. So just a very, very, bleak world, which, Rich does a lot of horror stuff. So this is going to be great. So congratulations, Rich Dueck, on your break into, let's face it, the best Marvel, the top dog.
Oh yeah, he does good on this. He's going to be around for a bit. You know how Marvel is with the writers.
Oh yeah. Now, of course, I'm very excited to say congratulations to Rich Dueck, but I'm also very excited to talk to you what I've learned from Nintendo. It's www.nintendoenthusiast.com. Now, this is a massive rumor, but Massive GeForce Now leak says Final Fantasy IX Remake Tactics and Chrono Cross remasters may exist. In fact, there's a huge list here. Coincidentally, I was going through my garage and I found a tote where all my PlayStation 1 Final Fantasies are, and I've also got Chrono Cross in there, so I don't know, I'm about to have some fun. But nonetheless, so Chrono Cross Remaster, Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster, Final Fantasy VII Remake was on this list, but obviously that's already going on. Final Fantasy...
It was for PC. That's what was on that leak.
Gotcha.
Oh, I see. They don't have it for PC?
No, it's PS5.
I do
thing
forget.
just
I know.
went up this year.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
PS4.
Yeah, I forget that it was exclusive there. So, Final Fantasy 16, Final Fantasy 9 remake, unannounced title by Square Enix. Kingdom Hearts 4. Not a big one for me, but I know our buddy Halo Drama is a Kingdom Hearts guy, so he must be excited. Resident Evil 4 remake. Okay, I don't know. I stopped at 3, but 4 is
I hope it's better than 3, because 3 was literally a full-blown remake, and it takes 2 hours to beat.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. Street Fighter 6, for those that want another Street Fighter. What else on here, really? Monster Hunter 6. GTA 3, and I think we've touched upon this on the show before. GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas remasters. Titanfall 3. I hope that's true as fuck, because I love Titanfall.
EA fucked them over for 2.
Love Titanfall. Gay for it, as I am with all big robots. Crisis 4.
That's what she said.
Crisis 4, not a big Crisis guy, although I think I should play those. I've kind of seen some stuff that makes me think I might want to play some Crisis. Not another big one for me, but I know it's big in general. Bayonetta 3. So another Bayonetta for you Bayonetta fans.
Yeah, that's actually a big stink right now. Nintendo's controlling the release of Bayonetta 3. So fans are flipping their shit because they won't show gameplay, and they're actually being told not to. So until Nintendo is ready to show gameplay, they can't say shit about it.
Well, that's
Yeah. Lights. Let's see. Batman Arkham Knights, RTX remaster, Shin Megami Tensei 5.
That's
And that's
a
pretty much.
series.
But yeah, we got more Final Fantasy remakes and remasters on the way.
yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah, I really got to get through this Octopath Traveler so I can start playing those Final Fantasy. I don't know. Now that I found my PSX versions, though, I might want to play those first. But anyway, I got a Octopath Traveler. It's just a bit of a, I don't know. It's like good but not. It's weird.
I get what you mean. It's like
Good in spurts.
what's it called? I Am Setsuna.
Yeah.
It's good. Kind of captures my attention, but not really.
Yeah, the fact that it has 8 different stories, like none of them. Anyway, I got to do a whole thing about it. But speaking of questionable stuff here, so Anthony Mackie, otherwise known as the person that plays the Falcon,
Captain America, get it right.
Oh, hey, correct. So he has been signed on for the lead role, and this is by Variety.com, in the Twisted Metal live-action series currently in works at Sony Pictures. Looks like he is going to play John Doe.
Who is John Doe?
Well, it's John Doe. John Doe, a motor-mouth outsider, John Doe, who is offered a chance at a better life, but only if he can successfully deliver a mysterious package across a post-apocalyptic wasteland. With the help of a trigger-happy car thief, he'll face savage marauders driving vehicles of destruction and other dangers of the open road, including a deranged clown named who drives an all-too-familiar ice cream truck, who fans of the game will know as Sweet Tooth. John Doe I think he usually rides some sort of muscle car, but I don't know. My thing is, video game adaptations usually are trash.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is such a great move for Mr. Mackie here. I also liked him in Real Steel. It was big in our house, Real Steel. My son loved that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. I liked it a lot, actually. Remember him in that role. And some others. But, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like...
He's more of a comedy kind of guy, because he actually was in a lot of rom-com and shit before the MCU.
Yeah.
I just can't see him in Twisted Metal. And John Doe, I was just reading, so he was from Twisted Metal Black. He doesn't even know who the fuck he was in the game. So that's already destroying that dude's character.
Right. Okay, I got an idea. Okay, here's your character. It's gonna be great. You don't remember it, so it doesn't matter. It is okay. He'll have amnesia. So.
Oh my god.
You're so stupid. You have amnesia. You don't even remember who you are. I'm sorry. Ever since I saw those two characters in the bridge, I'm just stuck in that mode. The Hans and Franz.
We will pump you up.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Here's a cool something. Okay, I'll admit, not a huge super fan of the website talking about this, but I think it's still a fun subject. So, this is, of course, not of course, but from Giant Freaking Robot. So, they're saying Margot Robbie wants to join the X-Men. Now, I'm not here to say that's true and all that jazz. What I am here to say is, though, is I think that's cool. And I would like to know, who do you think she should play? I've got my ideas, but I'd like to hear from you guys if you have a good idea what X-Men or X-Men-esque character. Let's not put them in a box here. Who do you think? Who do you think would be a good?
I mean, if you're gonna have Margaret Robbie in it, she's probably gonna have to be somebody big. Um,
I agree.
and if we're going X-Men route, I don't know. She seems like maybe a maybe a rogue, maybe
Rogue,
a
okay.
Jean Grey type.
Hmm.
Most likely Rogue. I could see Rogue because of
The
uh
Dazzler.
her work with
Dazzler.
what's her face? You know, forgot what's the Harley Quinn. Yeah, trying to think. Cosplay Halloween. Harley Quinn. There you go.
Right. Right.
I got it.
And you said, and Volsker, you said,
I was joking just because her Birds of Prey movie with the like fucking shit she was having and all.
oh, okay, okay.
I read your post. I'm actually agreeing with who you were thinking.
Okay, so you already know where I'm going with this. Okay. Well,
Yep.
first of all, let's deal with Dazzler because you've not been the only person on this earth that said Dazzler. But to you guys, I say no, 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 no. There is only, and I'm not a fan by any stretch of the means, but Dazzler equals Taylor Swift. There's just no reason why that should not happen. That just goes together.
Yeah.
Dazzler is not somebody that's going to be super huge in the mix, but it's definitely somebody you could show, and it would be a perfect role. Margot Robbie, to me, and maybe this is because when I see her, she's usually blonde, and right now the female X-Men who is blonde and has the most swag of them all is Emma Frost, the White Queen.
Have you seen Wolf on Wall Street?
No, I have not.
Look it up and see what she literally looks like Emma Frost.
Okay.
Long flowing blonde hair. She's I think she's French in the movie, so like yeah, she just look at her. You don't have to look at the nude scene, even though it's in there. But
Look at the nude
yeah.
scene. You should look at it.
I mean, Emma Frost likes to strut her shit, so
Emma Frost does like to be scantily clad. She also likes to be what they refer to as that bitch. And so what you're describing that she already played in this other movie, that sounds like that.
and
There
the
are, of
movie
cour-
is actually legit good too, by the way. You
Yeah.
should watch it.
She could maybe be a Stepford or all the Stepford Cuckoos, but they're not main like Emma Frost. Like Emma Frost is huge, but is a
Yeah.
villain at first. So, we'll have. I mean, well, obviously, so is Harley Quinn. So she's no stranger to playing villains, but that is a role that you, by all rights, should start off villainous. But then, and I don't even know if there's a redemption for Emma Frost. Emma Frost just was like, you know what? I care about mutants more than anything. And she's so powerful that they're kind of like, okay.
Her redemption is she started banging Cyclops and she became an X-Men.
Exactly.
What?
Jean Grey's gone. So, okay. No, you're an X-Men now.
I'm here to stay.
You're an X-Men now, and your dorm is right by mine. How about that? I'm the leader of the X-Men Cyclops. Look what I can do.
Jean Grey's back. Let's just switch every night.
Right.
She can have Wolverine at one night.
Right, exactly. We'll add Logan to the mix. Therefore, we got Logan and Emma in here, and everybody's getting the extramarital. Thank you, Hickman. Thank you for all that. But nonetheless, yes. So, Margot Robbie, cast her as Emma Frost. If indeed this is true, and there's no way to substantiate that.
And I think she would be better than the one chick that played her in First Class, which was I think she was from Mad Men. She was decent, but I think someone like Margot Robbie could blow it out of the fucking water.
Yeah, I agree. And our last story of the night in the Omega Level News, we've talked about the recent happenings over at Activision, Blizzard. They've been prosecuted for, their mistreatment, gender marginalized developers, things of all that. So obviously, Blizzard is trying to go through kind of a PR scrub, clean everything up. Now, I can't really speak to if they've actually stopped discriminating and done all sorts of shit in their actual business. But I will tell you, and I'm glad this happened. I mean, we needed it, right? So, Blizzard reduces, this is from Kotaku, Blizzard reduces titties in the World of Warcraft, but not sexism at the company, though, so no evidence of that. But they have
We
made
gotta be
sure.
careful. There's no evidence that they are harassing. They burnt and tore all the pages up.
Which is what you do when you're innocent, right? When you've got nothing to hide, you just burn papers.
Yeah, check my receipts, man. That's my thing, man. Check the receipts.
Nope, nothing going on here. We're just burning papers.
Oh, you burnt the receipts? Oh, okay.
All right. Well, I guess right. So yes, the latest 9.1.5 patch of World of Warcraft updates. In some game paintings of women less revealing, while others have been removed altogether. A robed woman's image in Stormwind has been altered to cover more of her breast, and a scantily clad reclining woman in Ravenhold has met the strange fate of becoming a bowl of fruit. While no direct correlation is apparent, the patch's timely notable coincides with the fact that Activision's Blizzard is currently being sued by the state of California for gender discrimination and abuse against its female employees. The lawsuit details accounts of sexual harassment, retaliation, gender pay disparity, racial discrimination at Activision Blizzard. The suit aims to make the company comply with workplace laws and to address wages lost by some employees due to their gender discrimination. Okay, so great. With all that, though, less titties in the game. So good.
I mean,
good on you.
It's one of those things, though. Even though we can laugh, joke, haha. I mean, because overall, at the end of the day, I mean, the some people do take the titties as a big deal, and my thing about that as it being a big deal is, again, when I think of World of Warcraft. I truly think of tanks, armored up, ready to go.
Yep.
And then overall, at the end of the day, you got these, female warlocks or whatnot. You think of titties out, and I personally don't have an issue with titties. I love titties. Titties.
Look at the cosplayers that cosplay those characters. They don't have problems showing their titties.
Right. It's but overall, at the end of the day. That is one of those like sex cells type of things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is it truly all that for real necessary? It really isn't. You could still have the characters do what they do. You could still have some sex appeal. So I guess that's a good step in game development as a whole. Like, why overall at the end of the day. My thing is, if we're gonna have the titties, why don't we have big bulges for the dudes or something like that, or like, you know what I mean? Like, just even it out. Girls play games too. Sex sells on the other side too. I don't know. If you're gonna do one, do both, and if you're not gonna do both, don't do any.
Like that old joke. It was a video back in the day where it was like the man gets his ultimate armor and he's fucking decked out, steel, metal to toe. The woman gets her master armor and it's a fucking brawl.
Yeah.
Are you sure that's going to protect you? Oh, yeah, it's top of the line. Oh, shit.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, ignore me. That's not the last story. I actually wanted to talk about that. Did you guys see because John, you mentioned like the size of junk. And that made me think of Cyberpunk 2077.
Right. They don't got no issue with that.
Which then makes me think about Snoop Dogg rage quitting. Did you guys see that YouTube video of Snoop Dogg rage quitting?
No. He rage quit. Rage quit.
Like a random kill
it's in the Omega Level Nerds chat. Here I can bring it up on my end for the audience, I believe. But I don't know, it's just kind of funny. Well, I kind of cue that up here on my end, I guess. What's up with your game, though? Volsker, are you playing that at all, or?
I haven't gone back to it. I do need to. I plan on to it now that a lot of the patches and shit are out. I'm actually collecting the comics, by the way.
Oh, nice.
But a lot of, from my understanding, is a lot of the bugs are getting cleared out. They're putting an emphasis on that. So we'll see. I think there was an article saying that there was going to be like 50 to 100 people still focusing on Cyberpunk until the bugs are done before they are transitioned over to their unannounced next title, which everybody believes is going to be a Return to the Witcher. Which, to be honest, after the bad PR they got, they kind of need something to get people back on the CD Project Red train.
Right, for sure. All right, we'll show it here real quick.
I did actually find a Johnny Silverhand toy right behind me. I don't know if you could see it, but it's on clearance. Got that buff fucker for $12 instead of the 30 it goes for.
Nice. So you said they fixed a lot of the bugs?
There's a lot of patches have been pretty consistent.
So I'm watching
They just fixed
it. I need to get back into it myself. Bought it and played it twice.
So he's flying up in the air right now in the video I'm watching where he's coming back down. Why is he up so far and he's going through a building? So I don't know, man. It still looks kind of wonky.
Are you able to bring it up?
Yeah, I'm showing it on the stream now. Yeah, he's going. I don't know.
It crashed.
Right.
I mean, that video kind of reminds me of when I used to play Far Cry and the weirdest deaths would happen. I have these when I first started going full time on Twitch a few years back. I have some because I used to do clips of the week and stuff like that,
Yeah.
And it'd be random stuff where I would die on some shit and I don't even want to play no more.
Yeah, no, I get it. That happens. For sure. But it's funny. You remember we had that story where, his mic was muted for 3 days, but
yeah.
Not
dog
that
just
one.
Can't get it right on the streaming end, which I guess makes it entertaining, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've definitely laughed about it. All right. And
that was really fucking high.
Yeah, yeah.
He's just sitting there hovering for a little bit.
Right, and then when he comes down, he's going through the building. But why was he surprised that he died? You could see the car was going to hit him, and he just kept going. So what the fuck is he mad about? If you go fucking full tilt into I've been there with Grand Theft Auto. I get it. You're trying to haul ass. You're trying to lose somebody, and intersections coming, and you're on a motorcycle or something, and then boom, you get fucked.
Oh. Yep.
But yeah, and that one he flew 1,000 feet in the air and then came down. All right.
Shit.
The last thing I just want to, we're pretty much done here, but of course, one of my favorite actors is Adam Driver. And this is despite the fact that the only movies that I've even seen or like him in are named Star Wars or
Right.
Saturday Night Live, I guess, which isn't a movie, it's a TV show. Undercover Boss, Star Killer Edition, Oil Baron. I mean, just awesome Adam Driver SNL skits. But he does a lot of, artsy fartsy stuff, I guess. But he's got a new movie coming out that I'm super excited because it actually looks like an Adam Driver movie, not named Star Wars, that I'm going to watch, called The Last Duel. Have you seen previews for that, Volsk? I know you're into movies.
Is that the one with the whole fucking list of stars in it?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Matt Damon and all that shit.
Yes. Matt Damon is the other counterpart. So
he's the Forge Master, and they kidnap his wife or some shit, and he has to duel him to get.
Well, it's actually from a true story of the last legal duel in France, where Adam Driver's character, I can't remember his name, gets accused of trying to sleep with this guy's wife, and in retaliation, the dude's I'm going to duel you, and and you see Adam Driver, like, I am innocent of his crime, But yeah, I'm just I'm excited. Yeah. This is Adam Driver. I am innocent of his crimes.
I heard that speaking of Adam Driver and speaking of ScarJo, I think that's who started. There was one on Netflix that he did a couple years ago, where she's like depressive and he's trying to take care of their child. And
I still haven't watched that yet, but
yeah,
I heard it's really damn good.
Yeah, I've heard of that, but that's the exact type of movie I will not.
I don't want to ruin my image of him.
On that.
I just don't like depressing stuff. I don't know. That's just me. Like, and especially when it's like there's enough depressing shit in real life. So I don't know.
You trying to say Darth Vader dying in Luke's arms wasn't depressive? You saying Optimus Prime dying on a table 5 minutes into the film wasn't?
It was, but it wasn't like depicting of real life. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I get you. You like to be taken out of reality. Hence Star Wars. Yeah. Makes sense.
Which, I don't know, man. Reality's I'm just kind of rambling here at the end of the show. I just, because did you read that story I shared in the Mega Level chat about Israel assassinating an Iranian scientist and the method they used to do it? Which this is... So basically, they had parts, like all these parts of this AI-controlled sniper.
Oh, the robot thing you were talking about, Terminator.
And so they had all these little parts smuggled into the country. It was designed specifically to fit in the back of a common truck that you see in that country. And they basically just sat it there, and it waited for this dude to come by. Now, there was a 1.6 second delay between the video of the drone, which not a flying drone, it just basically a sniper rifle. Actually, I think it was a regular an M4 or something. But anyway, so they set this fucking thing up, and it kills this scientist. And I'm not really trying to get political. What I'm trying to say is, if Israel has the capacity to smuggle a killer fucking robot into Iran, like, okay, if Israel has 10 of those, the United States has 10,000.
We need Iron Man. Where is he?
Like,
right?
Like, it just made me think of the shield carrier shit from the Winter Soldier. You know, how basically that they were going to AI was going to decide, like, who they fucking killed and just preemptively.
Right. Yeah.
So just think, somebody, United States, Israel, whoever, can individually smuggle killer robots that just fucking sit there and wait till you come by and done.
Welcome to the future, I guess.
And then it destroys itself so it can't be proven.
Oh, then there's that part, yeah.
So you can't say, oh, you broke international law. What are you talking about? Anyway, so that's the crazy world we live in. And again, if Israel can do it, which I get it, they're a pretty technologically advanced army because we subsidize them. But if they can do it,
right. We pay for it.
Imagine what we fucking got down there. Anyway, there we go. I just had to get it to an hour, folks, and I thought that was interesting.
Crazy
All
shit.
right. Well, before we go, guys got anything to recommend, shout out, or point people to? Jay, anything going on with you that way?
Nah, man, I'm just working
Working
on that middle class lifestyle, and then maybe things will free up here in a year.
Yeah, I'm trying to
cave, and
yeah,
whole production back here will be different, and I gotta grind on that right now. And since everything wants to permanently ban me all the time, I'm cool.
Jeez. Well, Volsker, what about you?
Yeah, so I'm actually on volume 3, so I'm almost wrapped up with the Injustice 2 comic, which would be the whole entire series, which is pretty fucking badass. Like, I am still excited for this animated film. And I've been playing Arcane Studios' Deathloop. which is really fucking sweet. For those that aren't familiar with it, which I'm really shocked if you're not, but Arcane Studios is actually a piece of Bethesda, which is Microsoft now. So this is
Yeah.
kind of their last hurrah as a 1-year exclusive now that they're purchased, what was originally a PS5 only title. Um, it's really fucking sweet. Like I haven't gotten to the point where I know exactly what's going on, but basically you live in these loops like Groundhog's Day. Every 24 hours you wake back up on the beach, don't know where the fuck you're at. But as you start to learn shit, you adapt your memories and you can lock like your guns and special abilities to you. So when you do re-loop, they stay with you. So you keep building on the 24 hours to understand really what the hell's going on to break this loop that you're trapped in. It's pretty fucking sweet. It controls controls a lot like I don't know, I'd say it controls a lot like Elder Scrolls just with guns, basically, kind of like Fallout-ish. True first person shooter. It's really sweet. I'm enjoying it. Lot to do. You can manipulate like hack machines. You can punch like gumball machines, and when the people run at you, they slip on the fucking gumballs. Just like chuck a suitcase turret in the middle of a crowd of enemies and hack it, and it just goes off on everybody. Like it's pretty fucking
Yeah.
sweet.
Reminds me of a preview of a show I just saw. It's the dude that plays Crossbones is starring in it, where he dies and then wakes up the next day and can't remember the name though. All right, cool. Well, of course, you can check out comic reviews on superheroespeak.com by yours truly. You can also go onto my YouTube. I am trying my best to get through Octopath Traveler. Like I said, it's a good game, but just the battles are too long, and maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just too stupid. And the story is chopped into 8 pieces, so it's not. I just in an RPG, I expect to get immersed in this world that has a problem that I'm then going to solve. That me and my party of adventurers are going to gather together and solve so we can save the world. But
What's that other Nintendo game? It's Flame something.
Flame, you got
I
me.
can't think of. I don't know. Like it's like Disgaea where it's checkered board, but the last one was like that where it had like 30 different stories and you had to play each character as your beginning person to get the full fucking story.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
yeah.
like most JRPGs nowadays, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I get developing the other party members, but just having like 8 stories were like for no reason, like, oh, you're
Fire
gonna do this?
Emblem.
Fire Emblem. Okay, yeah, you're right. So, I don't know, but the graphics are good, although they're older style. So I don't know, but it really is beautiful. The music is awesome. So I don't know. I'm just hoping to get to a point to where everything converges to where I'm like, okay, I got a real threat here that me and my team is going to go against, and not just every story is basically about how some rich white guy is oppressing a certain area of the world, which I get, I'm in for, but yeah,
It just becomes monotonous.
right.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like real life.
Outside of that, though, check out the Omega Level Nerds YouTube, which you may be on the stream now, or you may be listening to the audio-only version on Podbean or Apple Podcasts app. So go on to Twitter, follow us at OmegaLevelNerds.com, go to our YouTube channel, and check us out there. We've got a DBZ abridged reaction videos. Just posted one today, as well as some other hijinks. And yeah, we're having some laughs on the abridge there, so check us out. But we do need your support, guys. We do want to have a custom URL here soon for the YouTube. So if you haven't already, please go over to our YouTube channel and subscribe. Let us know what you think of today's topics, and we'll go from there, and appreciate you very much for doing so. All right, guys, as always, peace and love, and we'll talk to you again soon.